Trying something a little different this evening. Kids have gone down, so we have uninterrupted moments. I have son's gone down as well. Put a nice little shirt on, a little background. Actually, this is the same place I eat dinner every night for the past 10 years, but it looks pretty cool. So I just thought, let's bring the camera inside, put the kids down, and celebrate Mother's Day. Mothers, man, they deserve their sons and husbands to look our best for them. My wife is an awesome mom to two little ones that we have, a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old. And I said, hey, what are your two favorite wines? And we'll throw in a Mother's 2-pack for Sanity special. What do you want for Sanity? She says, you know what? Champagne, gotta do it. So we have that one. And then we have the Mary, which is our best barrel of the Mille Frères, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I thought, well, champagne, yes, but I have to explain it? Yes, I do. So it'll be a little longer, but hear me out, because this video is a little longer than usual, but there's something for everybody. There's stuff about rarity. There's stuff about natural wine, if you want to talk about that. Sustainability, farming, scores even. So even if you're not a mom, there's something here for you. Now, champagne. Yes, California producer, Napa Sonoma, why are you doing champagne? Can you do that legally? Call it champagne? Well, this is actually not made by Peter Paul. This is made by My Lallier, a producer in the Grand Cru town of Ai. So this is legitimate Grand Cru champagne, which is not that easy to come by. We import 500 6-packs or 250 cases every couple of years under our import license, and it's not really sold out there except for our wine club and a few restaurants. It is available now for Sanity, in our Sanity 6-pack, in our Sanity 2-pack for Mother's Day. But champagne speaks for itself. It changes every occasion into a special occasion. It's like magical elixir for whatever you want to do tonight or that night. And so that's what the champagne is. That's one of the wines that is normally not available, but it's available for us tonight and today. Just recently, I talked about our Pinot Noir, Mille Frères, and the vineyard source, which is Terra di Promisio, a rock star source of fruit from the Petaluma Gap. If you see the video for Sanity Special number 3, you'll see that. And to understand what this is, Mary, which is well, first the name, Peter Paul. That's if you're on this list, you know that's his name. He's my boss. That's his real name. It's been around for 76, 77 years. And everyone asks, where's Mary? Well, look, we just labeled the best barrel that we could, called Mary. The back, it says, here she is. This is high scoring wine, 93 points from Wine Advocate. But forget that for a second. To understand really what this wine's about, you kind of have to dive deep into barrel tasting. And I told you this was going to be long, but hang tight for a second. If you go into and taste every single barrel of the exact same wine that you put in, and a few months later you come back and you taste, they all have a different personality. It's like every single barrel is a small little universe that develops its own narrative. Even if it's the same exact juice that went in, after a few months and even a year or plus, they all are very different, sometimes dramatically so. And if you blend them in together for the same lot, you have a good wine, but you lose, or you blur all those variances. But if you stop and you listen, or rather if you taste and you go through and you decide, well, let me see if there's anything that speaks a little bit more vibrantly than the others, you can get some peaks and some valleys. Frankly, that's how our Gravenstein Pinot Noir is made, Live Free or Die, and Mille Frères is some level of that. And every once in a while, well, frankly, it don't happen to me once, where there was this one barrel of Mille Frères 17, and it's just like the sky opens up, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best Pinot Noir I've tasted out of barrel that's come through my lips in several years. And you say, well, that's our barrel. Let's isolate it something magical happened here. I don't know why. It's the same wine as everything else in that lot of Mille Frères, and it's like holy fudge. It's something transcendent, and so you take that, you bottle it by itself. There's such small volume in that. It's how many gallons? 60 gallons, really. It's about 25, 26 cases, 300 bottles. You can't filter it. You can't do anything to it. You can't fine it. It's done. So it's essentially straight from grape to barrel to bottle. It is as close to a natural wine as Peter Paul has made. The natural wine movement is a thing. We could talk about that some other time. This is the closest thing to the quote-unquote natural wine movement that we've made. And still it doesn't qualify because there's sulfur dioxide and there's this barrel fermentation and, barrel maturation, and a couple other things that don't make it fully into the obsessive elements of the natural wine movement. Trying to figure out if I can edit that out later. I can't. It's fine. It's okay. So anyways, my wife, who does not like, by the way, California, luscious California Pinot. She's more of a Burgundy file. That she loves. She loves low alcohol, lean, angular, savory Pinot Noir. Not really luscious and fruity. Not fruity, but overt. This is an overt wine. It's big, luscious, seductive, sexy, and she just stops in her tracks and she says, "You know what? I love that champagne, but that Pinot Noir, Mary, whatever that is you made, Martin, oh my gosh, it's like, it's luscious and seductive without being obnoxious. It's not cloying, it's fruit driven, it's got layers and savoriness." And she's right. There's something special about that bottle which transcends palates of light-bodied Pinots, full-bodied Pinots, the cross between old world and new world. That specific barrel, I couldn't really control it. It's kind of annoying, frankly, for me, because I don't think so. There's two things. Our Peter Paul, our best wine, I think, is the Master's Blend. My favorite wine is Mary. Favorite versus best. The best wine is doing its own thing, but my favorite wine to drink, because of an intangible dynamic that's happening inside that bottle, which happened inside that barrel, is an elusive sense of magic. Now, there's nothing in 2018. There's nothing in 2019 that I've tasted so far. This is 17. One barrel made, 300 bottles. It's about the size of a large fish tank. That's how much of this wine is made. It went to our mailing list and to our wine club last year. And we held a case and a half back because Peter and I wanted to just make sure that, that's supply and demand. That's all we had. It's about 18 bottles. There's 14 bottles left. And that's it. After 14, we can't sell you more 2-packs of this. After 14 2-packs, Mary 2017 is gone until the next magical barrel of Pinot Noir from Terra di Promisio is found, maybe next year or the year after that. Did I tell you got 93 points from Spectator? Doesn't matter. Parker, Advocate, doesn't matter. The point is, it supersedes, it stops time the way that Bacigalupi for us, our Chardonnay, stops time in that room. I'm not quite sure what it is about that makes this Pinot behave the way it does. My wife loves it. I love it. Peter loves it. Big, jammy Pinot Noir lovers love it. Leaner, lovers of leaner, angular, more savory Pinot Noir, Burgundy. People like my wife love that. I'm not quite sure why, but it does what it does. Mothers deserve the best. I think that I want to make a 2-pack available for moms, for sons, husbands, brothers, cousins, neighbors. Ship them something out. Get a bottle of awesome, magical special occasion wine like the champagne, and then jump in and do the bottle of Mary. 14 of them left. Anyways, enjoy. Good night. I hope I didn't slur my words. See you guys later. Onward to number 5.